Irishman with a jug of stout on his trek to solve a mystery, in the early morn of a day set out for the land of his birth to travel about in search of his country's history. 'Twasn't long when he chanced to see a brawny young lad named McConaughey. "Well then, top of the morn," says he. "Surely," says he, "you must know my face just as clearly as I know you, for my people have come from this very place, and I deem it a sad, forlorn disgrace if you didn't know me too." And the lad says, "There must be a joke at play, for never on this or another day have I known the likes of you." Well, the Irishman said with a casual shrug, "Do not hastily bid me adieu." With that he reached for his trusty jug, and says while giving the cork a tug, "Shall we have a drop or two?" Well then, the lad seemed to soften a bit, come down off his horse, with the Irishman sit and consent to sample his brew. Whilst the two sat sipping stout with the flowing of the poteen, sociability began to come about, just as surely as the glittering trout becomes the fish's dream. And the lad began to soften more, appeared more friendly than before, remembering folks like he. "Tell me the stories, laddie, of the men raised near your home." He listened, thought, and paused a while, and finally says he, "My grandfather was a patriot, his allegiance set in stone. Rode with the United Irishmen with Emmett and Wolfe Tone. They rode on Dublin Castle in the summer of '03. Alas, their fated effort was somehow doomed to fail. They perished on the gallows outside Kilmainham jail. Their gallant act, though thwarted, still lives in history." He spoke of generations, forthright men that he had seen, men who fought, were captured, and died for our dear land. Men more bold, more loyal, more brave than men had been. Persistent men who follow, led by dauntless men. Struggling against oppression to take a righteous stand for this cherished nation to protect her liberty. Steadfastly stand these patriots, that their iron may be free, proud to pay the price which freedom may demand. Still there are fields of blowing wheat upon my father's farm, and rambling rows of flowers which are my mother's pride. Sure freedom blows among the grain and beauty in the flowers. Liberty sings across her moors and dances in her bowers. Boldly rests the hope of men, their families by their side. A grateful people gather from every corner all about. They bravely stand together and adamantly shout, "A nation once again," and pay tribute to the men who died.
A nation once again.